It's now almost a year since we started our Stage 1 consultation on our outline proposals for Sizewell C. Since that time we've been doing much detailed assessment, technical analysis, engineering design, as well as reviewing all the consultation responses. What I'd like to do now is just give a brief outline, a little bit more detail of those activities that we've been up to. Outages at Sizewell B occur approximately every 18 months for refuelling and maintenance. More personnel work at the Sizewell B site during this time, up to 1,100 additional people, many of whom are not from the local area. The Sizewell B outage survey that we conducted in the spring of this year was an opportunity to understand the socio-economic characteristics of that non-home based workforce. We asked the workforce where they choose to live, how they travel to site, what they choose to do in their spare time, where they shop, where they eat, where they socialise. Doing this survey will enable us to understand the benefits and impacts of the workforce to local companies and traders, and we will use this to inform our Sizewell C socio-economic assessment in due course. Groundwater monitoring equipment has been installed at 10 locations around the site of special scientific interest. This will enable our teams to understand how the groundwater behaves in the vicinity of our development, and which will in due course be used to inform the environmental impact assessment. Ecological studies are ongoing around the Sizewell estate and other locations within the area of outstanding natural beauty. These include the ongoing bat survey at the proposed Sizewell C site, as well as bird surveys along the coast. Extensive work has been completed to understand the population of little terns, and we are currently looking at red-throated diver. All of this work is in addition to the ongoing studies we have in place with the Suffolk Wildlife Trust. In June, a coastal processes radar was fitted to the top of the reactor building on the Sizewell A site. The radar will gather information about the area of the sea between Minsmere Sluice to the north and Thorpeness to the south, and extending approximately 3 kilometres offshore. The radar uses software to collect data on wave length, height and direction. The data will be used to develop our understanding of how the local seabed and shore responds to waves under differing weather conditions, including storms. This work will inform our work on the design of the Sizewell C sea defences, and will also help with the design studies for the proposed temporary jetty. We are undertaking the preliminary design of the temporary and permanent bridges across the SSSI corridor. This separates the main power station site from the land to the north. Both bridges will be used during construction, and the temporary bridge will then be removed. We are developing a revised design of the sea defences going north from Sizewell B to protect Sizewell C. This will need to be adaptable in the light of climate change impacts, and to ensure that the defences remain effective throughout the life of the power station. A concept design of the marine offloading facility, or jetty, has been prepared to support the transport of materials by sea, which will help reduce the amount of traffic on the road. This design will now be developed further and checked for impacts on the local coastal processes. Ground investigations will soon be underway for the potential new rail routes to the site, as well as the rail routes within the temporary construction area. This is to check whether there are any unusual ground conditions which may make construction of the rail lines particularly difficult, and this will feed into the final choice of the rail route. We have completed offshore surveys drilling boreholes 3.2 and 1.8 kilometres from the shore. This work will provide information on the general geological conditions in the area of our cooling water system intakes and tunnels. It will also help us calibrate the information we have already gathered using non-intrusive surveys. Overall, this will help us choose the optimal locations for our cooling water systems and allow the detailed design to progress. If you have any questions that you think might be related to activities in support of the Sizewell C project, please don't hesitate to contact Tom or Nikki in the information office in Leiston. They'll be delighted to help you.